Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. How you all are doing? I hope you all are doing good. What I wanted to share, is what I am releasing and realizing these days. So, what I have been realizing this theme about myself is that I constantly doubt myself. Okay, and no matter how many motivational quotes I'm seeing and how many motivational videos I'm watching and whatever I'm doing externally, okay, with my mind, I'm not able to really heal. I'm not able to really believe in myself. I'm not able to really trust myself. No matter how many people are counseling me, telling me, or complimenting me, I'm not able to really believe in myself. That yes, I can also contribute something here, which I really want to, which I always wanted to. Can I really do this? Am I really good enough? Can I really uh, contribute something? Can my knowledge, my wisdom, or whatever I have is useful? So, even if maybe it is useful, other people can see it, but I was not able to see it. I was not able to trust myself. Even if people saw that I'm courageous, I'm outgoing, I'm this, I'm that, but I was not able to appreciate myself for those qualities. I was not able to see those qualities in myself. I was not able to see that yes, maybe everyone have the unique light. We all know that everyone have the unique light, everyone is unique, everyone is different, we all should embrace it. But how many of us really embody this, really deeply, at our core, or at your core you believe in it? Do you, or you just only intellectualize it? It means, do you only, like आपने कोई motivational quote पढ़ा and you are like, and वो quote कह रहा है कि you should be, you are unique, your light is unique, you should believe in yourself. Okay, आपने वो पढ़ लिया, but are you actually able to really feel that you are unique, you are different? और okay, मैंने ये कोट आज पढ़ लिया, आज इसी टाइम से मैं बिलीव करना स्टार्ट करती हूँ कि मैं यूनिक हूँ, मैं डिफरेंट हूँ. No, right? Maybe superficially your ego may feel that okay, yes, I am unique, I am different. Maybe your ego feels that yes, I am unique, I am different, you know, and you start to live your life from that ego, which is thinking, okay, I am unique, I am different, people should respect me, people should do this, people should do that. But the moment you think like this, it is coming from the ego, because if you are really believing in yourself, you will not care if people are not respecting what you are sharing, if people are not trusting what you are sharing, if people are not finding it useful what you are sharing, if people are not getting transformed by what you are sharing, because you know at your core that yeah, I know this, I believe in it, and I really trust myself with this, not from the place of ego, but from the place of that self love, that I know what I am capable of and I know what I am sharing is useful. I trust myself. Okay. Also, so I will share this small story with you for the good context. So, when I was growing up, I grew up in a kind of environment where only external validations and external things were appreciated. Like, you know, what do you call it? Which subject are you gonna take? It should be science or commerce. Okay, your degrees, your grades, and which profession you are gonna choose, and how you are preparing yourself. Okay, only these things were seen as success. only these people and these children were seen as they are intelligent, they are gonna bring something good in our life. Okay, we are respected because of them. Because when I share these, because like I'm talking about adults, कि when I share about my children to other people, they respect me more. I feel I'm winning in life. There is something more. I'm gaining more approval, validation. So it was not, maybe it came from the place of they actually did not know any better, or maybe it came from the place of that they really did not care about your talents and your skills. Okay, one maybe came from the place of they just did not know any better. Okay, so if you were a different child, if you liked something else, they saw that as unsafety. They thought that in life, in future, you might not be able to provide for yourself by following this, because they just did not know. Okay, they were not exposed to it. And one maybe came from the place of what I know is only good and what you know is dumb. So these are two states. There can be more, but these are two states. So as I was growing up, I felt that maybe I have to perform. Okay, maybe I have to always कि मुझे अच्छे मार्क्स लाने हैं, अच्छा मुझे ये सब्जेक्ट चूज़ करना है, मुझे ये पता होना चाहिए, मुझे ये सब्जेक्ट आना चाहिए, मुझे ये लैंग्वेज आनी चाहिए, मुझे ये पता होना चाहिए, मुझे वो पता होना चाहिए. And then slowly and gradually I started to lose faith in myself, in my own intelligence, because I was naturally inclined towards poetries, life, beauty, expressing myself through clothes, through makeup, and through poetries, through writing, through play, through dancing, through drawing. So I was very creative, I was different. So I started to see myself as that there is something wrong with me, because I was told again and again that these things are not good, these things are shameful, these things are dumb, these things are waste of time, these things are for the kids who really don't want to become good or anything more in their life. These things are for the kids who are nothing, who are not intelligent. Okay, so I started to see myself as that. Okay, because when you are a child, you are not able to distinguish between, okay, it's their limitations, it's their limiting belief. You start to see it as, okay, maybe there is something wrong with me, maybe I am like that. Because when you are a child, you are not able to you do not have this discernment, okay, that maybe it is coming from their limited perspective, maybe they did not know anything better. It is not about me, there is nothing wrong with me. I have my own different talents which they are not familiar with, which they don't know about, which they never knew. Okay, and which they never saw anyone succeeding, or even if they saw, it was difficult for them. Or maybe they think that it is only for people who have a lot of money. Okay, so they just don't know. But when you are a child, you start to think like, okay, maybe I'm dumb. If I'm not good in this subject, there is something wrong with me. I should be good in this. Why am I not good at this? I should be like this. I should be like that. You were not, and you were not good in those things because you were different, and you were trying to fit yourself into the box which were never meant for you. And then slowly and gradually your internal voice becomes like your parents, your surroundings, your teachers, or whoever made you feel like you are not good enough, because there was no guidance. Nobody maybe guided you that, okay, if you are not good in this, that's okay, maybe you are different, let's explore. They never uh, appreciated your natural talents. They never made you feel seen for what you are natural at, for what you were natural. Okay, like there is a child, if child dances really well, or the acting is naturally coming to the child, or the painting or any these things are coming naturally to the child, if the parent starts to um, demonize all these things, okay, these things are waste of time, you are wasting your time, our money, our efforts, you are not understanding how much we have to work, how much money we are putting, and this and that, blah blah blah. So the child starts to feel that, okay, this is shameful, this is bad, this is not good, this is something which is useless. You and child do not see it as, okay, I am talented, this is unique, I am naturally good at it, because child is not seen for that talent, second not supported for that talent, third is not encouraged for that talent. So even if you are good in many things, okay, and we all are, you are not able to see right now also as an adult, because as a child you were not seen for those things. Nobody told you that, okay, your painting is good, आपको पेंटिंग क्लास में डलवाते हैं, वहाँ पे आप और सीखोगे. Okay, I will buy you more brushes, more colors, tell me what, I will take you to this stationery shop, tell me what more you will like. Okay, choose more, tell me more about it, show me more, this is so beautiful, this is so good. So the child was naturally gifted. Every child is naturally gifted. Everyone is naturally gifted in something. Because though because those things were not recognized, so now you don't recognize your own gifts in yourself. So now as an adult, you don't recognize those gifts in yourself. And there are so many things which you are naturally good at. Okay, there are so many things by doing you feel excited, you feel happy, you feel energized, you feel like आप ये फ्री में भी कर सकते हो. ओके, आप ये पूरे दिन बिना थके, आपको अगर पूरे दिन कोई खाना भी ना देना फिर भी ये कर सकते हो. यू विल नॉट फील एग्जॉस्टेड इवन इफ यू आर वर्किंग होल डे without eating anything, you will not feel exhausted, you will not feel drained, you will feel like you have contributed something, you will feel more seen, you will feel more energized. Okay, so this pattern I have realized in myself, and many of us are doing the same things. Okay, where we are not able to recognize our own natural gifts, our own natural talents. Okay, kids have so many ideas naturally, but adults क्या करते हैं? Because they never did those things. For them, these things are not safe. These paths are not safe. They feel there is no success, there is no money, there is no safety, there is no connection, there is no XYZ thing. So they start to suppress these things in a child. Okay, because they never saw anything like this. They were not aware of these things. They are not aware. They did not see it. They don't know any better. Or maybe it is coming from the place of ego, that what I know is better. And because they did not have the enough safety in them, okay, first, maybe they never followed their own dreams. They never took risk for it. They never trusted their own unique ideas. They never followed their inner calling. So they will naturally not let the child, they will naturally not make the child feel seen for all these things in the child. They will see unique ideas of the child as dumb. They will not really, see that, okay, this child wants this child is naturally inclined towards this, maybe this child is really good at it, maybe this child can do something in this field. Because they were restricted. They have the limited awareness, limited mindset, so they were not able to see anything. Their whole focus was on survival, that I just want to make the ends need meet. I just want to survive, that's it. For them survival is, because that's how survival, that's what survival was for them. Okay, you are born, go to the school, and take science or commerce, have good grades, okay, and then choose the job which is going to give you more reputation, more money, which is more secured. That's it. That what safety was for them. That's how they survive. So they just did not know any better. Okay, but as a child, but as an adult, what we do is, maybe what we are doing, like what I'm doing right now, I'm really not happy in it. Okay, as a fitness coach, I am losing interest in this area, in this line, and I'm like, I just feel drained, and I'm not able to believe in myself. But something is shifting in me now, and it is this. Okay, that maybe I'm not able to see my natural talents, because these talents are so natural, these things are coming so naturally to me, because I was not actually seen for these things, so I'm not making myself feel seen, right? Because I was not seen for my natural gifts, for my natural talents. So I am not able to make myself feel seen. And I am looking down on those things. I'm not able to feel that, okay, I can trust this, I can do this, I can really follow this, I can really make money with this. I'm constantly seeking external validation. Tell me, am I good in it? Can I do this? Is this topic right? The way I'm speaking, is it right? Is it making any kind of impact? So it is always dependent on others. So my authority, my sense of self is always outsourced. That you tell me, am I good? You validate me. If you will tell me, then only I will believe, maybe for one day or for 1 hour or maybe for 5 minutes, because deep down I don't believe in myself. Deep down I'm not able to believe in my own gifts. Deep down I'm not able to believe and trust my own inner guidance, my own inner whatever I'm good at. सो यू टेल मी. सो ट्रस्ट मी, जितने भी लोग आपको बोलेंगे, पूरी दुनिया भी अगर आपको बोलने लगे कि यू आर सच अ गुड डांसर, बट इफ यू डोंट बिलीव इन योर सेल्फ दैट येस यू आर अ गुड डांसर, आपको वो पूरे लोग झूठ लगेंगे, आपको पूरी दुनिया झूठ लगेगी. एंड दिस इज ट्रू, बिकॉज इफ यू डोंट बिलीव इन योर सेल्फ, पूरी दुनिया भी अगर आपको आके बोले दैट यू लुक सो प्रिटी, यू लुक सो गुड, यू डांस सो वेल, you will not be able to believe in it. You might start outsourcing it. You might start wanting, okay, now I'm dancing. Now you might start dancing for them, for their approval. And the moment the approval will not come, you will feel low. You will feel like you are not good enough, and it will start draining you. It will start making you not happy, because you were never doing it for yourself, because you really trusted in yourself, you really believed in yourself. You started doing that from the place of, I'm not good enough, so I will train so hard, I will practice so hard, I will be so perfect that everyone will validate me. Everyone will see me as perfect. Everyone will see me as talented. Because deep down, I'm not able to believe in myself, so I will outsource it. Okay? So, because you are not able to believe that let's take the example of a dancer, because deep down you are not able to believe that yeah, you are naturally gifted in this and you are really good in it. You will be hard on yourself. You will practice so hard, you will practice so much, you will forget about your health and yourself. You will not be kind to yourself, you will not be soft with yourself, and you will reject your emotions, your well-being, because now you are doing it from the place of lack and from the place of, okay, in order to feel something, in order to feel good enough, I need constant validation and approval of others. I want others to keep on telling me that yes, I am a good dancer. I dance really well. They are inspired by me. I made some impact. If after all the sacrifices, all the hard work, if the validation will not come, you will feel bad, you will feel low, you will feel drained, you will blame yourself, you will be hard on yourself, because it never came from the place of I am really good in it and I'm just here to share. That's all. Even if nobody is looking at me, even if nobody is validating me, even if nobody is approving of my dance steps or of my dancing style, I know that I love it, I enjoy it, I'm passionate about it. I know in my I know at my core that I love it, I am passionate about it, and I enjoy doing it. I don't need others to come and tell me or validate me that you are a good dancer. That step was good. So that I will unconsciously start perfecting that particular step which they complimented for, because now I think, okay, maybe that particular step is good. Because deep down you are not able to believe in yourself. And trust me, don't be hard on yourself when you are not able to believe in yourself, because I have spent many years being hard on myself that maybe it is just me who's dumb, who's not good at anything. But it was never me, it was just a part of me. It was never me, it was the part of me who believed that she's not good. It was a part of me who believed that she's not good, that I'm not good. That part is just a part of me, not me. It is just one aspect of me. It is not the whole me, the entire me. I'm not that part, I'm not that fragment. Okay, and rather than suppressing that part, overly motivating that part, no, be this, be that, reading 10 motivational quotes, writing 10 times every day that I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Trust me, it all feels like rejecting that part. It started to feel like, for me, it started to feel like that. Rather than actually sitting with that part, asking that fragment of mine, talking to that fragment, I'm doing this motivational work. Okay, I will write one page every day in the morning, right after waking up, that I am good, I am good, I am good, I am good. And after a time, all these motivational stuff, motivational things started to drain me. I just started to feel like I'm not coming closer to myself. It started to feel like I am telling the child in me, the child fragment in me, that I don't care about your hurt. I don't care about your pain. I don't care about making you feel seen. Okay, I don't care. I don't care about it. All I care is about the result. All I want you to uh, always you to hide. All I want to feel is motivated all the time. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. You mean nothing. You bring shame to me. Because of you, I have to do this work. Because of you, I'm not able to believe in myself. It's all because of you. started to feel like I'm blaming that part of me which needs more love. So even if I was doing all the right things, like writing 10 pages of self motivation and doing all the right things which is right as per the society, reading motivational quotes, watching motivational videos, reading motivational books, nothing was helping. And I was like, is it a new trap? And then something shifted. I was like, let me just follow my inner guidance. And what my inner guidance was saying, that Priyanka, listen to this part. This part is trying to tell you something. This part is trying to show you maybe the pain, the grief, the sadness. And maybe this sadness is just not yours. Maybe this pattern is been in your lineage for a very long time. Maybe the grief you are rejecting, maybe the part in you are rejecting was rejected in your ancestors, was rejected in your ancestors as well. Maybe they also rejected this part in them because it was rejected by their parents or maybe society or maybe their surroundings, and maybe they did not have the kind of awareness to come closer with that part, that fragment of them, and feel them. Maybe they did not have enough safety. So the deep grief I started to feel, the deep loneliness, the deep sadness, the deep ache in my heart, tingling in my throat, was not just mine. It was the deep and ancestral pattern of not being seen for the gifts, for the natural talents, for what they were naturally good at, for what they felt alive. Maybe because in their time period, expressing their true gifts, their true authenticity, their true power, and expressing their authentic power, their or being in the authentic expression of themselves, maybe was not safe. Maybe when they tried to do it, they were killed, they were raped, maybe they had to sacrifice, maybe their loved one was killed, maybe something wrong happened to them. So maybe somewhere they learned that true authentic expression of the power brings pain, suffering, grief, loneliness, and it is not safe. So, in order to survive, in order to keep my loved ones safe, in order to protect myself, my body, and in order to survive in the form of to have shelter on their head, to have roof over their head, to have food, to have water, to have clothes, to have belonging, to have money, they have to reject that part of themselves. They have to become someone who's more digestible, who's not threatening, who's not triggering anyone who do not want to reflect upon themselves, who's not triggering anyone who do not want to look within themselves, who's not triggering anyone who do not want to face their own darkness. Because maybe somewhere when they expressed their true authenticity, their true power, it wasn't safe for them, maybe as a child or as an adult. Because maybe when they were born as a child, they were born with these dreams, these talents, these beautiful qualities, and maybe they were also not seen for these qualities. They were also suppressed. They were also told that these things are shameful. They were also judged. They were also punished. Okay? Something wrong happened to them. They were also not seen. They might have also felt lonely, alone for their own talents. So in order to survive, in order to belong, in order to, by safety, they had to disconnect from that part within themselves. They had to disconnect from themselves. And maybe as a child, nobody noticed that their natural gifts. Nobody made them feel seen for their natural gifts. Nobody made them feel heard. Nobody recognized it. Nobody appreciated them for it. So they started to take their natural gift as something, you know, they started to see their natural gifts as something which is not that worthy, which is not that special, which is not that unique, which is not that different. They started to feel, okay, these things are just like that only, and these things are nothing. I better be good at those things I am told to, and which can buy me safety, whatever it was. It can be do not study, do not become too powerful, do not express yourself in whatever way you are here, in whichever way you want to or you are here to. It could be anything, it could be so many things. मैं एक एक के नाम तो यहाँ पे ले नहीं पाऊंगी, but it could be so many things. Okay, so maybe this part, which is, this actually hit me right now, that maybe this part which is trying to talk to me, and maybe this grief is just not mine, is just not mine. Maybe I'm scared of facing this part of myself. I'm rejecting this part of myself because there is another part of me which is trying to keep me safe. That you will only survive by not coming closer to this part of yourself. Because if you will come closer to the part of yourself, which is this one, then you will have to face the grief, the loneliness, and once you will feel all these things, you will no more want to do those things which by doing you are buying the safety. Because for your ancestors' nervous system, maybe being small, not being loud, not being too much, not standing up for themselves, not believing in their own authentic expression, not believing in their dreams, their ideas, was safe. Maybe who believed in themselves were killed, were treated badly, something wrong happened to them. It could be anything. Many possibilities are possible. So maybe in your nervous system, your DNA, you hold the same fear. You have the same fear. The moment you overdress, that we call it as overdress, you feel this fear in your body. Because every time I dress up, I'm like, oh my god, there is something wrong going to happen to me. I feel this anxiety in me. Someone is watching, someone is getting triggered, something is wrong happening. Maybe these fears are just not mine. Maybe these fears are just not mine. Maybe these fears are coming, or maybe these fears are of my ancestors, which are passed down by my parents to me. So I asked myself that, okay, I'm not able to believe in myself, and now I started to feel like, there is a time in your healing journey where you start to feel and you start to see your thoughts as not you, because this is very important. I am in a time period where I'm able, not all the time, but most of the time, I'm able to see my thoughts as not me, but my thoughts as my shadow self, my fragments. That, okay, this thought is trying to communicate to me. Let me communicate with this thought. Okay, this thought is telling me that I am not good at anything. I cannot contribute it in anything. I am not inspiring. I have no talent, no nothing whatsoever. Why this thought why this fragment of me, of mine, believe in it. What this fragment of mine is trying to protect me from. Why this fragment of mine wants me to believe that I'm safe when I'm not believing in myself. How this fragment of me keeping me safe by me not believing in myself, my talents, and my natural gifts. And what this fragment of mine trying to protect me from, and why it is trying to protect me from. Maybe there is a grief, there is a pain, there is a loneliness, maybe there is some kind of truth which this fragment of mine is protecting me from facing. Maybe this truth is painful. Maybe this truth is feeling lonely, feeling alone, feeling left out, feeling not seen, feeling not loved, feeling not belonged, feeling humiliated, feeling like I'm not good enough for this. Maybe this fragment of mine, this shadow self of mine, is trying to protect me from me feeling the depth of my own grief, my own pain, my own sadness, which could be mine. 50%, 40% maybe it is mine. Another 60% maybe it is from my past lives, and maybe from my ancestors. Maybe because the intensity of the pain and the grief I was feeling in my heart, in my solar plexus, was just not mine. It was so deep, like I've lost something, something is gone, like the deep grief, deep sadness that I just cannot express my light, and the anger that I really want to express my light. I really want to feel seen for my light. I really want to feel heard for my light. And I feel this deep grief of not having the freedom, enough safety for expressing my true authenticity, my true light, my true gifts. And this was not just mine, because I was not in those situation in this lifetime, in my childhood also. The images and the stories which were coming in my mind as a thought, I'm like, I never lived like that. I was never there. Maybe it is not mine. Maybe it is from my past life, or maybe it is of my parents, or maybe it is of my maybe it is of my ancestors. Maybe it is not mine. But until and unless I did not go close to this fragment of mine, to this shadow of mine, which was constantly telling me that, Priyanka, you are not good, nobody is listening to you, you do not speak well, you are not this, you are not that, nobody is gonna listen to you, nobody is gonna do this, nobody is gonna do that. I was not able to come closer, because I was trusting in all the narrative this fragment was telling me. And the moment this awareness came, okay, wait a minute, these thoughts are not me. The understanding was there, but the deeper realization of this understanding was not there. The energetic state was not there. So this time I was able to see this thought, this self, who carries all these thoughts as a separate entity from me. And then I started to talk to this self of mine, this entity, not the ghost, but the self of mine. And then this self was able to reveal itself, which is still revealing slowly and gradually. Rather than running away from my feelings, that okay, just be positive, do not listen to your emotions, do not dwell into your emotions, just do this 10 steps, just do this, do that. I was like, no, I'm just gonna allow myself to feel. I'm gonna listen to this fragment of mine, and whatever this fragment want me to feel, whether it is rage, whether it is anger, whether it is jealousy, whether it is resentment, whether it is sadness, whether it is grief, I'm not gonna judge this. And even if I'm feeling anger towards the specific person, which my mind is telling me that I am less evolved, I am less spiritual, if I will start feeling anger towards that person, I should understand, because there is this big myth in spiritual industry which I feel is that if you are more evolved, if you are more this, if you are more that, you will have more awareness. And if you have more awareness, nothing is gonna impact you. You will not feel jealous, you will not feel sadness, you will not feel angry, you will not feel triggered ever. If you are feeling triggered, jealous, angry, hurt, or XYZ, then you are not spiritual. You are less, you are low. तुम हमसे नीचे हो. You are not more aware. You are not more self-realized. You are not more integrated. So all these narratives were stopping me from allowing me from feeling these feelings. Because the moment if I'm feeling anger towards the XYZ person, I'm like, okay, maybe I should understand the spiritual things more. I should read more books. I should ask ChatGPT about these things. The higher perspective of everything, the higher awareness of everything, which is good and useful. But first, what I did, okay, no, I am feeling angry toward this person. Let me just allow myself to feel the anger. And the moment I started to feel the anger, first I felt shame that I'm stupid to feel this anger, because if I'm feeling it, if I'm triggered by this person, that I am not that aware. I'm not that evolved. I'm not succeeding in my life. I'm not evolving. I'm not moving forward in my life. I'm moving backward. I'm stuck. I'm stupid. All these things started to come, and then what came is sadness and grief, that what the presence and reaction or actions, behavior of that person triggered in me. It triggered my need to feel protected, my need to be accepted for even if I did some mistake, my need to feel seen for my natural gifts, my need when my the grief when I wanted to do that and I was not allowed to do that. It only came when I allowed myself to feel angry towards that person. But what our spiritual industry is telling us, if that person is behaving in a certain way, making you feel in a certain way, triggering you in a certain way, if you are impacted by that, if you are triggered by that, if you reacted, then you are less evolved. You do not have they start giving you the higher perspective, the higher reasons, which can come later. Thus, trust me, forgiveness will come naturally the moment your grief is released and you have made peace with that part of yourself, and you are also receiving that love which you did not receive. First, from yourself, by allowing that part to be felt, then it will be mirrored back to you by the universe. The universe will send people to mirror that back to you, that self-love that you have inculcated. But trust me, it will not come if you are constantly trying to go into the higher perspective of everything. Do not jump onto the higher perspective of anything, because whole world are dwelling into this higher perspective of I am the more knowledgeable, Krishna said this God said this God said that. But how many of them are actually embodying that by living, by having that experience, by living in that experience? Very few of them. So many people can give you the higher perspective of so many things, but I am sitting here telling you, allow yourself to feel that rage or the anger towards that person. Allow yourself to feel that fully for maybe 1 day, 2 day, or 3 days. After that, more awareness will, the more you will allow, the more that part of you will start to feel seen, the more and more deeper layers will start revealing itself to you. Okay, the more you will allow, the more that part which never felt seen will start to feel seen. Okay, and will start to receive the love from you, understanding from you, compassion from you, will start to feel held by you, and that a part will start to reveal itself more to you. Maybe it will reveal the story, the narrative, the more deeper emotions. And then when you have felt all that and you have released, and you are not judging that part of you, you are holding the space for that part of you, you are allowing that part to come forward. Okay, you will also attract those type of people who will support you in for those parts, for those things. And then you will start to feel less triggered by those people who used to trigger you for that part, because now you are receiving it first from yourself, now from the universe, from the people also. Now it is easier. Now the forgiveness will come naturally to you because you also have it, so you can forgive, because it was never them, it was something in you which they were triggering. But let's see, there is a child and the child is crying because किसी ने मारा उसे, and you are a mother or a parent. आप child को बोल रहे हैं, oh please don't cry, you are stupid that you are crying, you should understand that people beat you because of their own limited shadows and perspective. You should understand there is a higher meaning, higher thing, forgive that person, don't feel the pain. तो क्या पेन चला जाएगा? जो पेन उसे हो रहा है, क्या वो पेन एग्जिस्ट नहीं करेगा? जो उसने उसको मारा है उसका पेन तो उसे होगा ही ना. बट मे बी टू बाय सेफ्टी दैट चाइल्ड विल stop expressing that pain. That child will start to feel scared, unsafe to express that pain. Maybe that child will start to feel, start to create this shame around this pain. That this pain is not safe, this pain is shame, this pain is not good. So you will numb it. You are just numbing it. It's not that you are not feeling it, and your body is gonna express it. You are just, the child only learned to numb it because there was shame attached to the pain. The child was not held for that pain. The child was not soothed for the pain. The child was not pampered, loved when the child was in the pain. But the child was told, learn the higher perspective. So how the higher perspective is helping the child in any way? Child only learned to suppress and numb it and created more shame and guilt and rejection for this part of himself or herself. He learned that in order to buy safety, in order to be lovable, good, and good, I need to numb this pain. I should be more strong. And strong means not feeling the pain, not feeling the hurt, understanding the higher perspective, understanding the higher knowledge. Okay? So that my parents will see me as, oh my god, this child is so divine. This, okay, now you are good. Because the pain of the child is triggering the shadows of the parents, because they were also treated like that, because they now don't want to work on themselves. So the crying and the pain of the child is triggering them. So in order to not work on themselves, they will pass down the same pain to the child. They were not seen for their pain. Now if the child is crying out of the pain, because something is hurting the child, the parent will also reject that part in the child because it was rejected in them. So they pass down this specific wound to the child. That's how ancestral wounds are passed down. Until you make these things conscious and release it, that um, I don't have to, like, take the example that I don't have to show myself, no, that I don't have to buy safety by pretending that this pain do not exist, that I'm not hurting here, कि मैं यहाँ पे जली नहीं हूँ, कि मुझे यहाँ पे बर्न नहीं हुआ है. It will only and only be released when I will acknowledge it, when I will put the balm on it, put the, जब मैं इस पे मलहम लगाऊंगी तो ही ये जाएगा, ये ऐसे नहीं जाएगा. So I was doing the same thing with myself, that I will just give the higher perspective to everything. Whatever happened to me in my life, I will just jump onto the higher perspective, which most of the spiritual teachers are doing. And it was not helping me in any way. Until and unless I started to sit with that shadow self of mine, started to talk to that shadow self, and started to allow myself to feel the rage and the anger to its fullest, and in whichever extent my subconscious mind feels safe for me to feel, rather than shaming myself that I am less evolved if I am angry at that person or XYZ, whatever I shared in this video. That's when I started to know that, okay, I was not good enough. It was their perspective, their wound, it was their thing, it was not me. And the part of me which believes that I am not good at this, maybe it believes because it is trying to be good at those things which I was not actually good at. Maybe it is trying to be good at those things which this part of me felt that I can only be loved if I'll be good at maths, science, GK, politics, ye, wo. And maybe I am limiting myself by telling myself that if I'm not good in maths, not good in science, I do not know about politics, I do not know about this, then I am not good enough, I am not intelligent. Maybe I'm just being hard on myself. Maybe I'm not giving myself permission to explore that I might be naturally good at something. I might be good at something else. Maybe I'm not good in these things. Maybe I was never meant to be good in these things. Maybe just in order to buy safety, just in order to feel safe, just in order to be a good girl, just in order to not offend the parents, just in order to feel safe, okay, be provided and be loved, I started to force myself to be good in those things which they wanted me to be good at, which could impress them, which जो उन्हें ऑफेंड नहीं करता, जो मेरी लाइफ में कोई थ्रेट नहीं लाता. बिकॉज ऑफेंडिंग माई पेरेंट्स and going against them is not safe for me. I want to be the good girl. So I started then this I started to ask myself that this awareness started to come on its own, that maybe Priyanka, you are good in different things. Maybe there are other things which are coming naturally to you, and because it is coming naturally to you and you were not seen, acknowledged, and validated for these things, you are not able to acknowledge, make yourself feel seen, and validate yourself. And even if somebody else is coming and telling you, you are not able to believe with your whole heart that yes, you are also, maybe that's why you are doubting yourself, maybe that's why you doubt your own ideas, maybe that's why you doubt that you will not be provided, because you are not able to believe in your creative ideas. Maybe you are a creative person. Okay, so stop looking yourself through the eyes of those people. Stop trying to please them. Stop trying to seek their validation, their approval. Stop trying to seek their, stop trying to seek their acceptance. But rather than telling yourself that stop trying to do all these things, I would suggest go deeper. Talk to that fragment of yours, okay, which is protecting you by making you do those things which you do not want to do, and then ask that why do you want to keep on doing this, why do you want to keep on being this profession, why do you want to keep on doing xyz, okay, how it was benefiting me at that time, how you are trying to keep me safe, what you are trying to keep me safe from, okay, and how you are trying to keep me safe from that. And then go deeper, and then more deeper you will go, you will feel those emotions, those sadness of the child who was not seen for those things, not validated, not supported, not appreciated, not the child who never felt safe, okay, to be herself and be loved for who she is. I know accepting truth can be painful. That's why your subconscious mind is protecting you from this. But deeper layer most of the time is this, that I feel so hurt, so rejected, and it is so painful for me that I actually never mattered. It was never about me. It was never about my spark, my ideas, my goals. Because you are scared of feeling those emotions, it is safe for your mind to, because as a child you never want to see your parents as, they are not gods. They also have so many flaws. And they might choose to work on them, they might not choose to work on them. But because this thing is in our society now, that parents are god, parents are this, parents are that, which I totally don't agree with, because everyone have their own flaws, and we are humans, we make mistakes. And जितनी जल्दी हम इस चीज़ को एक्सेप्ट कर ले, we will be able to make peace with it, that okay, they were not able to give me this because they did not receive it, and maybe there can be any other reasons, many reasons can be there, but they are humans, they are not gods, and they have made mistakes, and many of them have not even choose to mend them, okay. So because unconsciously we are fed with this thing that I have done this for you, I have sacrificed this for you, I have sacrificed that for you, I have not lived my life the way I wanted to live for you. And even though if those things you were doing just to please them, just to make them happy, just to buy safety, just to make them happy, just to buy the safety from them, You feel, okay, if I accept that whatever they did for me, I never wanted that. I was never happy with that. I never felt like I really wanted to, and they really never saw me for who I was. They really never cared about me for who I was. Then I'm such a selfish child. I'm such a bad child. I am dishonoring them. I'm bad. God is gonna punish me. God is gonna do something wrong to me. I'm shameful, I'm shameless, I'm not being grateful for what they have done for me, for what they have sacrificed for me, because most of us have been fed all these things that I have sacrificed so much for you, which could be true also. But the deeper reason can be this also, that your subconscious mind is keeping you safe by letting you not accept that your parents are not gods. They have made mistakes. Maybe they were not interested in seeing you for who you really were and who you really was. And they are also wounded. They are not perfect. And they maybe did not choose to work on their own wounds. And all those things which they did and the way they raised you maybe came from their own limited perspective, their own wounds, their own things. But for that, you have to see your parents as humans, that they are humans. Okay, I don't know, मेरे टॉपिक ना कहाँ से कहाँ चले जाते हैं. I just because I'm so passionate about sharing all these things, I'm like, okay, इसी वीडियो में सारा कुछ बता देती हूँ मैं. But no. So all these things are gonna help you to really start allowing and seeing and validating and noticing your own talents. But for that, no self-help or motivational 10-step thing is gonna help you. That's what I feel. It will only and only come when you will go deeper in the layers of the fears, of the trauma, of the blockages, which and the parts of you for which your light, you shining, you being supported, you being held, you being provided for your talents, you really recognizing your talents, blooming in your talents, recognizing your own potential is a threat. Because as long as you will not meet that shadow for what all these things are threat, no self-help, no motivation thing is gonna keep you on the track. It's not gonna work in the long run, because the deeper energetic shift is not coming. The deeper thing is not clearing. You are not going into the depth. You are just on the surface trying to fix something. It is also coming from the place of wounded masculine. You are like, there is something wrong with me. I need to fix myself. So in order to fix myself, I need to do this 10-step thing. And if I fail to do this 10-step thing, you are again telling your nervous system that I cannot even do this. I am not even good at this. I am so dumb. I am so this and that. Because you are not going into the depth. You are not going into the sea. You are not going into your pain. You are just trying to, कहते हैं ना, बैंडेड ऊपर से आप लगा रहे हो. And unconsciously you will not be able to do that, follow that. Even if you will do that, you will feel burnt out, you will feel angry, you will feel agitated, nothing will work out, because deeper vibration is the same. The vibrational state is the same, that shining in my own light is not safe. Me realizing my own potential is not safe. Me realizing my own light, me blooming in my own light is not safe. It is not safe. So you will attract the same things in your life, which is you will not be able to do that 10-step thing. You will stop that. You will feel burnt out. You will feel agitated, angry, you will not be able to succeed in that. And then here there is more proof that okay, I was not even able to do this. Okay, so there is definitely, I'm not good in anything, I cannot even do this, because you are not going into the depth. And trust me, everyone is talented, everyone is unique, everyone is unique in their own way. It is true, I don't deny. But this quote is not just the words. This quote should be your vibrational state. And it will only and only come if you will allow to face your own demons, which are not actually demons, which these are the part of you which were not loved, or maybe these are the parts of you which are of your ancestors who never received love. These are the part of you which wants to receive love. Okay, so yeah, on this note, I will rest my video here. I hope this video helped you all, and I will see you all in my next video. Till then, bye bye, take care, bye.